That means you're actually on time, Mike. That's a good thing. Mike just showed up late everywhere. Hold on, I got one more place to chill and then we'll get started. Yeah, we do tend to just come in halfway with Mike. Like, alright, we're gonna start now. Well, I'm already in the middle of something and I have 5 zombies eating my leg. But, you know, that's just how it goes. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Before we even start, I want to thank Try and Morning publicly for helping me out with the stream. I show my tech savviness every time I actually try and fix the problems of the stream, and that they don't get fixed. But Try, being the semi-professional amongst us, helps a lot in that area. So Try, I appreciate it. Hopefully that means this stream will be very, very good. If it's not, we're all blaming you. I think that's what we're all trying to say here. I think that's the message. So, for those a little bit of a delay there, but it's workable. That's a workable delay. Only a few. I counted maybe about 5 or 6 seconds still. So that's workable. So we will move forward. So we're still with Orwell Season 2. Per the last episode, we're dealing with the fact that the government tried to set an anarchist up for murder. Or a revolutionary, really, up for murder. And the tables got turned on them. Or at least a subsection of the government that's basically their intelligence service. So Mike will still be about 30 seconds behind. There's nothing we can do for Mike, man. But trust me, Mike, I'm there with you. I feel your pain. We will carry on. Hopefully, like, from what I'm seeing, we're green. And that is a wild improvement on what we've been dealing with. So now we've got to kind of dig ourselves out of a hole here because the government has been caught on tape trying to set up a private citizen who just so happens to be a revolutionary anarchist. So the question is, how will we be fixing the situation? That is the question. Alright, let's see. The people's voice will fight back. Not exactly true. Blaine is a murderer and a liar. This is not good. So yeah, in the original game, we were not that much of an antagonistic force. We were much more neutral. We had to be. We were just pulling in the information and trying to see if it led to anything in order to stop terrorist attacks. This one, we are just flat out setting a guy up. Like, we tried to set him up, failed because our handler is incompetent. And now connection between bot and bombing is evident. Let me see something right quick. The bombings that occurred yesterday seem to be connected. Okay, so we're still on the timeline from the first season of the game. Now, this story is interesting. We weren't that big of an asshole. Yeah, we're only midway. We weren't a huge asshole, just kind of a neutral asshole. We wouldn't kick you while you were down. We would just walk past you on the street and acknowledge that you were down. But this is an interesting one. Timelines, which is basically their Facebook, Twitter, whatever, is teaming up with Rosen Technology. We learn at the end of season 1 that Rosen Technologies is responsible for the development of Orwell, the system that we are now on. So if you want to know how we get insider information onto social media sites and all that, that's how. But yeah, now we have to get to work. While last about how small is still lies, the news that you read every day is selected. I, of course, referring to the fact that the nation's agent murdered an officer of the Pargesian army. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to... There is no way to really explain this. Like, not for us. I do like how they're basically setting it up that we're Germany. That's nice. Who would have thought Raven wouldn't be satisfied with what he achieved yesterday? I take it you will be most pleased to assist him with not being able to keep that promise. But to do that, we need to find out what exactly this attack composes first. Whatever that said. Let's listen in.
Raban, what time is it?
Time to wake up, brother.
Hey, what is it?
Karen?
Ilya? Why a conference call? What's going on?
My love, my brother. I called early so I could warn you both.
Warn us. What about?
You both are aware of the storm yesterday's announcement has created.
Yeah, there was hardly a way around it with social media. I still don't quite get how you pulled that off. These photos, how did you get them? Were the shelter's cameras still working? Is this why you kept that old notebook?
Don't rack your brains over it. I only did the necessary thing to expose the lies of the national beholder. Now, with the world seeing the beholder for what it really is, and finally shifting their attention to the people's voice, I'm ready to take the next step. This evening, I will send out a provocation against President Puppet. Narcissistic and self-centered as he is, he won't be able to ignore it.
Raban, honey, what are you getting yourself into? You don't have to do this.
I'm not getting myself into anything. I have always been right at the center of it.
What is this going to achieve? What do you want?
Dang it, why are we getting
want?
Buffy right now on this important conversation?
I want my country back. I called to warn you about the consequences. The people's voice will gain even more attention, and it won't only be from our followers. The nation's government, Cassard's close allies, nationalists and patriots, they will all try to hurt me, find an excuse to arrest and extradite me, but I won't give them any reason to. And you won't either.
I'm not getting any red
not.
flags or drop
Leave
frames
us
here.
out of your plans, Raban. We want nothing to do with them.
Don't you understand? It's not my choice. They are not giving me an option.
There's always a choice.
No, not always. I'm relying on you both. If there is any weakness between us, they will find it, and they will exploit it. You are the only people that I trust. The only people that matter to me. I've got work to do now. Goodbye.
Karen, are you...
Yeah, I'm... I can't. Let's not talk now, please.
Okay, in case you do want to talk, though, you know...
I do. Bye, Ilya.
They're having an affair. His brother and his wife are having an affair. The delay has grown. Oh, joyous day. Okay, let's give this a second then. It's not even like... because OBS was fine. So I'm assuming it's on YouTube then. Great. If necessary, I will replay. I think I can replay the call. But I'll also summarize. That is fantastic. So try your solution didn't work. I want to point that out. Okay, so that was a delay of that was a delay of 7 seconds or so. So it's grown, but it's starting to kind of get itself back into order after that mess. So how about I just summarize what just happened since Buffy screwed it up, and we'll go from there. And we'll just have to keep an eye on it. I closed out a few windows as well. Hopefully that shall help. But I literally, yeah, I've got to upgrade this thing. Okay, yeah. 7 seconds, that works. Alright, so basically, Raven Vart is planning something else. He's going to provoke our ally, or the nation's ally in Pargesia. He knows that we're coming for him. He knows it. Because he says so right here. No, not always. I'm relying on you both. If there's any weakness between us, they will find it and they will exploit it. And then once he left the conversation, these two have a little side conversation. So I think if we tie that with... Where's that picture? Oh, I can't get into the device while it's offline. Dang it. There's a picture of them on Raven's computer where he's looking at the camera and they're looking at each other. So they may be having an affair. If they are, that's our way to kind of begin to discredit him and break their little family apart. Damn it. Vart will, without a doubt, find a way to provoke Cathart. The Pargesian president isn't exactly known for his mild temperament. But if we kick down Vart's door and arrest him, Cathart will insist he's extradited, entailing an outrage by his followers. Either outcome could cause this delicate powder keg we're sitting on to explode, which is exactly what Vart wants. No. We need to be smart, vigilant, tough. We need a much more subtle approach. Yeah, because sending in a kill team to an area where you know cameras are at is subtle. Very nice sample for it. Is there anything else worth mentioning? Ha! The hypocrisy. If Raven is so worried about his wife and brother, why is he willfully putting them in danger in the first place? This makes me wonder whether Ilya and Karen have something worth digging up. Here we go. Since we can't attack Vart directly, we're going to go after the people he cares about the most. Karen and Ilya. I'm worried because he predicted we would do exactly this, and we're doing it. That's not good. Like, that's how he got us the first time. I'm pretty sure that's how he's going to get us this time. Hey, Yelena, what's going on? Welcome to the show. I don't know, but you can't. Ampleford doesn't seem like the type of person who you can just talk down once she gets into a position. I want you to dive deep into their lives and dig up any dirt you can find, anything illegal or reprehensible we can use against them. I return both Ilya and Karen into target persons. You, agent, are now fully in charge of how to approach this. Investigate at your own discretion. I'd suggest you decide for one of them and pursue what seems promising to you. The choice is up to you. I want to hold your hand. No matter what, keep in mind Vart has planned his provocation for this evening. Get something useful before he can put it out there. So, we have a definite time limit. We have to, more than likely, we have to have something before 3 p.m. That'll be probably the most time we're gonna get. Raven's, his computer's online. Let's dig in. Let me see if I can find the picture. Yep, there it is. Raven's looking at the camera, his brother's looking at the camera, she's looking at his brother. That's an affair. I know my tropes well, and that is an affair trope if I've ever seen it. Ilya's computer. Alright, we'll do that too. We don't have much time, but the more we can get on them both, the better. Good. This is just dirty. Like I said, we weren't this much of an asshole the last time around. Now we're just this won't be clean, but it will get done. That's Karen. Her interests are world peace, yoga, and green tea. Wow. Having loved the time at Bond City Park, I organized this get-together specifically for refugees and a National Army veteran. I am counseling her courageously rejected the war and left the army. Huh. Karen Vart. I wish you could manually save in this thing, but you can't. Good. A deserter. That's unusual. Deserters aren't granted social support easily. In fact, due to the safety bill, they are even prohibited from it. Perhaps she's counseling this deserter illegally. We should have. Okay, that's just bad grammar. That's not me. I was like, wait, what? We should have looked into this matter. We should have a look. I recommend you search the official documentation on this veteran. Files, schedules, everything you can get your hands on. Report anything that seems fishy about this veteran to me immediately. Okay, that could be something. But that won't be like, let me back away from the mic just a little bit. I don't want to blow my ears or your ears out. The thing is, at this particular point in the nation's history, you don't want to give any ammunition to... You don't want to give any ammunition to people who are against the government. USS Voyager. That sounds like a game. He was... Looking at my bank account, I got myself the cash, quit myself. Let's add that to his. That should get us his files into his old job and maybe his bank account. That would... His spending would prove an affair. I wonder whether his brother is aware of these intentions. Far more interesting to us is how he made enough money to start over. He could just be bluffing, but it might be worthwhile checking out. I suggest you follow the money. I guess Samashi Iran will never finish 100 Gray Shadows. Just read the latest blabber bash in between. Oh, great. Look at this! 100 Gray Shadows. No. Yeah, that could come in handy. Oh, it sounds like Star Trek. Yeah, it kind of does. We're going to include it because that could lead to some more information. Or... more precise data was submitted. Never mind. So that wasn't going to go anywhere. Karen's album. Huh. Wonder what this gives us. Nope. Okay, there's some. This can give us something. So, insert the location. Don't know what it gives us, but it can't. I like all the people on Twitter yelling at the people saying they're posting too much crap on Twitter. If nothing else, you can say that the game is self-aware. There you go. That's Ilya. This could give us something. catch up. We'll only catch up call from there whenever it is at work. Still, it could lead to something. We will do his employment date. That is okay. So we got a data chunk there that is in conflict. Together with his brother Raven. Makes sense. Didn't log in for work April 13th, 2017. We must be in their intranet. Let's include that as well. Meaning he skipped work just like that? I don't believe it. Maybe he forgot, or this was intentional. We need a clear statement of where he was, what he did. So we'll leave that data chunk there for now. Receiving this memo because you did not log in during your scheduled shift. We urge you to help clarify the circumstances of your own presence as well as the disappearance of these medications. The data removal. Okay. You've been coming in late. You've been yeah, it originally says in his profile. My work on production and testing for the next supply drop for the armed forces is a priority. Yeah, we're uploading this. This could be interesting. With the unstable direction of parties, it's crucial to keep our peacekeeping troops supplied at all times. We will connect Budija as well. That could come in handy later. Look, I don't know what the hell is up with you lately. You've been coming in late. You've been chatting. You also keep swapping shifts on short notice, which is continuously causing confusion. I know your brother is, but the shit that's going on around here, the last thing the Watergates will want is the brother of a radical free speech writer working in Section C. That made me send you back to that refugee camp you crawled out of. Damn. What do we have here? They're talking about some game. Oh, by the way, I have a date coming up on April the 13th. Could you take my shift for me? Okay. Let's get in that he's been a bad employee. This could come in handy. Oh, only lately. Did something change in his life? Yeah, some kind of date. Tonight I shall publish an article regarding Cathode and his lies. I approve the groundbreaking revelation. National Immigration Database. Here we go. Social. Get in that social security number. That can come in handy. New profile pic because why not? This doesn't give us too much. Cassard is a liar. Our president, Dimjin Shitface Cassard. Wow. Okay. Somebody's feeling a little sensitive right now. Let's see what we find on his desktop. HOB fan club. Vulcan salute. So Try, you were completely right about Star Trek. Nice job. Wow. Figured he was a nerd, but not that much of a nerd. How is that not a copyright? How did they get away with that? Browser history. history. This was all yesterday. Why did it bring me back here? Okay, this is what we need. Try with the emoji. And the bank account. This is perfect. Fortunately, we informed you we didn't receive payment for your monthly rent. This man is struggling, so much for him having the money to get out of here. However, our payment record said that the outstanding date has not been. So what is he doing? Yeah, he's in need of money, but here we go. We got access to his accounts. 4,005. Whoa! Look at that. Somebody paid him. So the money Elliot referred to when he spoke about quitting his job, I presume. Let's trace the money back to his origin, see where it came from. I'm assuming he must be selling something from that pharmaceutical plant. That's probably what he's doing on the side. Yeah, this is definitely not how he made enough money to start over. There must be more to it than that. And let's get this in because we could check that ATM as well. Not the safest part of town, especially if you're carrying cash. Something's wrong here. We'll get to the bottom of it. Okay, we got until 6 p.m. 6 hours before this goes live. This must be the provocation he spoke about. Whatever our course of action is, we need to take it before 6 p.m. Which means we need to hurry up. Alright. First suspect in connection with assault arrested. This is from the first season. I am responsible for this arrest. I wish I could say I was proud of it, but you know how that goes. So, let's dig around a little bit more in his computer. There were some things I didn't see. Who is... I knew it! I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! We gotta include it in hers. But it was a... Okay, yeah. Upload that. We will use that. Let's see. Mike, what is that face? What does that face mean? What is in his browser history that I need to see? Are there things you didn't know? I'm supposed to be seeing something from him, but I don't know what it is. Oh, I forgot to upload this. Yeah. Let's do it. We should be able to track those drugs. Or at least make it look like he's selling the drugs. Now, welcome back, Mike. Missing supplies at Elliott's workplace, and it is unclear whether he was there or not. It smells dirty. Not to forget, he actually got a bunch of money in his bank account. We don't quite know where it came from. And we don't quite know where it came from. If you can somehow prove Ilya was present and able to steal supplies, we could go for an arrest on him. Check his alibi. Find out what he was doing at the time the supplies disappeared. So this was April 13th, 2017. So I'm guessing the choice is going to be between exposing the affair or just arresting him on drug charges. One gives Ravenvard something to work against, the other one completely destroys him. Or just, if I'm right about the affair and we use that as a weapon against him, that just could turn him into even more of a radical. Like, I don't know, pretty vague plan. See if you can confirm what he was really, see if you can confirm he really was on a date instead of working. His bank account should show us that. Okay, insert location name or address. Let's see what this gives us. Nope, no images. So, not yet. Oak Street? No. Location name or addresses? Let's look around some. Prava. What if he already knew his wife was sleeping with his brother and he's not surprised at all? That is a good point. I mean, especially considering their previous conversation, it does... He may be suspicious, but whether or not he knows something is completely different. You would think you'd be able to find dates in the bank reports. Or at least that he spent money on something. A restaurant, a hotel, something. This is the key, though. I need to find an address that will fit. Not Oak Street. Outer Button. Here we go. This is interesting. These pictures are marked as private. Only you can see this. My first meeting with these two. Okay. So there are a couple of private ones. But I can't go any further. Let's go back. There must be a location or date or something that I can use here. It didn't give me anything either. Oh, it's already 1 o'clock. Great, I got it. I don't have too much longer. Clear cache. Stuff we found yesterday. Location name. Can I pull? Let me go to Watergate. What? I just got it. Nice. Watergate Pharmaceuticals. This is where the young woman, they said, oh, we just arrested somebody. That was her. She worked here. Everything is connected. That's a terrible picture. But yeah, that's her. Will JP screw it up again? Technically, I didn't screw it up. It was my boss that screwed it up. Let me double check. Let's see. We got a few. Yeah, we do have a few. Determine whether or not Karen Vard is legally counseling the deserted National Army veteran. Look for inconsistency in Karen Vard's files regarding the veteran. There are no... Quote of the day. There are no facts, only interpretations. Really subtle there, guys. Good job. I'm missing something. Let's go back to the Pargesian Army website. If she's helping a deserter. Wouldn't they have been in the same camp? At this point, I'm just reading through all the data as fast as I can. Something is wrong, but I can't tag it at the moment. Mike, shut up. The deadline is 6 o'clock. Hologram is the key, but how do I use that? Let me see something quick. Okay, so yeah, putting locations in there doesn't take up any time. Let's see. I need to find more addresses. More addresses. I feel like it's right in front of my face, but I'm not seeing it. If I had... Just locations, right? Yeah. It's just locations. So. Damn it. What am I missing? Dollar shop. How do you spend $58 in a dollar shop, okay? Drugstore for you. Feel like it's right on the tip of my fingertip. If that makes any sense. But problem is, yeah, that's just a new portrait. I can't use that. Like, this is what I need, the locations, the names of the locations. I wonder if that's why they kept, is that why they kept putting me back to Raven's desktop? Nope, never mind, I can't go into the map. That would have been nice. Let's upload only. I can't use it for that. Come on. Both have maps of the city. He bought 58. He bought 58 items. That's what it is. Okay. I can't prove his date night just yet, so let me change the gears and try and find out who this maybe there's a way I can find this guy out, this deserter out without having to go through her album. Let me see. I need to. Yeah, that was his burning time. That did not give me any extra information. Yay. Did I get everything from their phone conversation? I'm annoyed. Like, I know what to do, I just don't know where where the thing is that I need to do it. It's starting to annoy me. It'd be easier to e-stalk someone IRL at the way this is going. Yeah, it would be much easier. But that's government efficiency for you. Let me see. I'm just gonna start uploading data chunks. If it's highlighted blue, I'm gonna put it in. That's gonna have to unlock something. Highlighted blue, I'm putting it in. Something has to get unlocked here. Nah, that'd be redundant. Even I have my limits, even when I'm annoyed. Like if you were to look up Mike's name and find he was actually a serial killer. I mean, Mike wouldn't be that obvious just to put it on the internet, would he? Go back here. Are any of these available data? Nope. Well, guys, I'm out of ideas. I'll be honest with you. as my phone goes crazy. Oh, okay. That is other business I will deal with later. That was the first. Yeah. Serious gamer. Serious gamer. Like, it feels like what I'm missing is so damn obvious, and I don't know what it is, and it's starting to annoy me. Definitely. Is the address for Watergate Pharmaceuticals somewhere on this website? Nope. That would have been obvious. Hold on. Animal cage cleaning. Laboratories. What drugs are they testing? Screw it. Data chunk, I'm putting it in there. If only because it'll burn time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just with the mechanics of the game, it feels like whatever it is, whatever I'm missing here, is just something so obscure and weird that I rolled over it 15 times and didn't even know. Anything here? I'm pretty sure, yeah, I got all that. Ample is going to show up at some point like, okay, time hasn't moved at all. Are you even doing your job? There is a reason they had this highlighted. Let's go through some of these links. There's a reason they had this highlighted. Stores I got. What do I think I have to? JP be slacking. This one isn't on me. This is it, but I don't know. I don't know what it means. This is the only available one. Location name or address. Like, am I tripping here, or to use an outdated reference? Am I losing my mind just a little bit? It feels like this is supposed to be a slideshow, but maybe not. Go back to her timeline. Rehab. Okay, this is what I'm missing. This is what I'm missing. There it is. That should open up some more. Good. All right. I was like, I'm missing something here, so it's where Karen works. Oh, Christ. I figured as much. The Rehabilitation Council is responsible for servicing all the refugee encampments nationwide. So how long did that take us to figure that out? 15 minutes? 20 minutes? Feels like forever. Let's also upload Bonton as well. We have 4 hours. That should give us... Crap. That doesn't give us anything. They gave us jack shit. I was hoping that would give us Rehabilitation Council as an address, but nope, it did not. I feel some kind of way. Ilya. 5 hours later. Too long. It's about to be just a little bit longer because I still don't have the requisite data, and I do. Rhubarb Productions. Nice. What is it? What am I missing? At this point, I'm just uploading everything. Something has got to hit here. I'm gonna upload the stupid quote about world peace too. Maybe that'll kickstart something. Why not? I'm kind of there. Just upload everything. And her name. What a lovely, a bleeding heart. Here's the thing I learned. Starry-eyed idealism gets you nowhere. There are things, ugly things, that have to be done for the common good. And her name. Maybe that'll unlock something that I don't know. Are you serious? That was it! Levine, like Elizabeth Levine, the politician. That was, her name was to, oh my god. That was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Like, I've only been streaming for an hour. Finding out that her name was the key to all of this was half the hour. It was at least 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. That'll unlock the Rehabilitation Council. Finally. Good God. Rehabilitation Council helps people affected. These are services, legal. I can't click on any of these. Let's click on her account. Home address. Calm down, Try. It was painful, but we made it. We can't just store Raven and Karen's home, but perhaps the address will be of other use to us. Now we're running out of time. Patient database. Raven Vart. Go back. Let's look up Ilya. Jedi Vash, hello. Welcome to the stream. We do have some options in names now. Let's see what we can find. Ilya Vart immigrated to the nation. Mr. Vart has been taking care of his brother with great devotion. His symptoms include anxiety, nightmares, insomnia, and lack of appetite. Do you happen to be playing another visual novel currently? This is technically not a visual novel, and technically it is. It's Orwell, which is it's a mystery thriller, point and click game that kind of falls into the line of visual novel somewhat. Bubba K. It's enough like a visual novel where I'm comfortable playing with it, just with the, they're taking care of his daughter. Well, Mike, I see what you type, but I'll leave it to my moderator to decide whether or not he's comfortable with that being on this family stream. So she didn't treat Oleg Bouquet, but Radka. I forgot about Radka. I should have a profile here for his daughter. Maybe it's Radka Bouquet, isn't it? Interesting. This is a family stream. Doing the JOB. I wonder. I'm glad that the search feature. Wait a minute. Go back. The search feature in other areas mean we don't have to worry about, burning time. I said that completely wrong. Let me try that again. Using the search feature in other. Using the search feature in other applications doesn't burn time. Here we go. We look genuinely happy. The perfect couple finally moving in together. Life was simple, wonderful. It seemed as if it couldn't get any better. Was it true? He always used to tease me when I was on the phone. He hasn't done that in a while. Never managed to get him away from this place. I don't think he even noticed me taking the picture. So yeah. Oh, this gives us a cell phone number. It's right. Yes, now we're cooking. Let's go. I understand this one isn't quite conventional, yeah. But you know me quite well now. It doesn't have to be a straightforward visual novel for me to be interested in it. And it has the structure of a visual novel where the choices are still the most important thing and all that. It's just not the 2D structure of it. So... I gotta do the mix the bird voice. Excellent. Now we're going somewhere. Let's see what we got on her phone. That's Ilya's phone. Good. Burning a lot of time here. So I may have to replay this level. Because I burned so much time. Now we have his number. Let's hear what Ilya has to say. That's Raven. Melissa. Janitor. That says something. She doesn't even care enough about him to say janitor. I meant if you have any new vians in mind. Patient. Sophia Raddick. Aha! So any of these people could be the deserter. We'll come back to it. Oh my love, hello there. I'm super busy right now. This was April 13th. Thank you for everything. Who's that? Your glasses. What do you think? Rita. Okay, so this is what we need. These her patient list. I doubt I want to relive that. Yeah, I don't. What I may do is, for Halloween, that night, when I'm not giving away candy in my neighborhood, I may stream Seer's Isle, because Seer's Isle is pretty good. I also, there's a couple of horror VNs that I can play. No one cares about your glasses. But yeah, we're not replaying Pact with a Witch. But right now, I'm so far. This has been yet another year where I'm far behind on everything. Like, if you were here a few moments ago, my phone has been going off the hook because I got a bunch of messages saying, please play this before the end of the year. So the next month, and definitely the time I take off for Thanksgiving, will be me catching up. I'm so sorry. Like, I have not done my duties, my due diligence as a reviewer well. But we will get back to regular order if my life, if I'll get back to regular order or die. I don't think it's that extreme, but yeah. There's that. There's there are a few that released recently. They're saying that it's going to be cold. Shocker. This Halloween, so I bet we won't get that many. Yeah. Or it'll be like Halloween parties where it's relatively safe and they don't have to worry about going out in the cold weather. But there are a few, and I finished Walkerman, of course. If you didn't see the end of the Walkerman stream, definitely check back later for that. Really, really good game. I absolutely love it. And there are a few visual novels that I'll be putting up reviews for. I'm hoping to get a couple of reviews in later tonight, like once I'm through with the stream. But we'll see. We'll see. It depends on how long I'm going to stream. And who else is planning the stream. So it could be either Sophia Raddick or Alexei Kovaci. One of them are the deserter. And then there's her little session with Ilya. Now, it could be completely innocent, but we're gonna make it look deceptive. So her brother-in-law is still an active patient of hers. Maybe you should look into that. Yeah, you know there's gonna be Halloween parties. Without a doubt. Why? They're still saying that there's stuff on her phone. No, I already went to the gallery. Excuse me. Sky chat? Are you awake? I need help. I think I'm having a panic attack. Okay, I'm here for you, Bill. Are you alone? No, but I can't wake up my wife. What should I do? Okay, you tell. We can use that too. Halloween's canceled for everybody. Try ain't having that. Molly. I've dealt with a lot of cases. Many of them were veterans like you. Looking forward to our session on the 13th. What was going on today? Not today, but that day. What's going on? Molly. That's at least part of her name. Good work. We're supposed to meet up on the 13th. If Raymond had some provocation planned for 6 p.m., we best hurry. Only 2 more hours to do something about it. Wait. The appointment she had scheduled at the time was with Ilya. Karen had a session scheduled with Ilya at the time she was supposed to meet this Molly. That sure sounds like a cover. We need to find out whether there's a legal record of this Molly in Karen's files. If not, she will be in serious trouble. But I doubt you'll find anything with just Molly. We need a full name first. Let's read the messages. Okay. Yeah. He needs his mother. Listen, Ron's about to get serious. You don't have children. You have a good job. You have no idea what it's like. 0. I wonder if I know who Molly is. I think I know who Molly is. There was a war veteran in the first game who went by the name of Molly on her dating profile. But she's responsible for the bombings. I bet you this is her. Everything in this game is connected. They text a lot. They text a lot. Seems like a new hashtag is trending on Blabber. You're gonna love this one. Have a look. Before we do that, let's upload this private counseling website. Our own counseling website. This could mean Karen is moonlighting. We could be able to find that website, but we need a bit more information on it yet. The people silencing. Interesting that your wife is conducting private counseling sessions with National Army veterans. Unofficially, because officially she's meeting with your brother. Whoa, 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 whoa! Who is that? Is this Ampleford? I bet you that was Ampleford. This could come in handy later. I'll upload it. But I believe that Molly is Nina. Her name was Nina from the other game. Mail. Dear David. Set up a website. We may very well be able to find some more information through Ilia's files. Okay, so I know where to find that information at least. Now, okay, we're getting there. We are slowly but surely getting there. Here. Open Soteria. Good work, though. Seems not even her husband is aware of this little side business she has built up here. It's almost 5 o'clock. We got 1 hour. Whatever we're gonna do, we need to do it. Hello, psychology person. I'm having some psycho problems. Since you have some sort of psychology degree, I think you might be able to help me. Okay, so Freedom Plaza. Everyone's freedom meeting place apparently. Well, not anymore after yesterday's bombing, I suppose. One more hour before the article is released. We must prevent this. We must. So yeah, I really believe this is Nina. I'm sorry, I'm not going to waste time reading every message, but it's Nina. Bomb Chiflip and I can't stop hearing the explosion. Oh. I will say that I was flushed down the toilet of life by the government. I will say that this level of detail in a game is fantastic. I'm not stopping to do every little thing, but it's just really good work here by the developer. But now the rush is on. I knew it! It's Nina. Ha! Molly, well done. Nina Maternalo it is. Now that you have her name, it should be possible for you to obtain official documents on Nina. Oh yeah. Because of Amplifer's little trick on Blabber/Twitter. Okay, so yeah, we wasted a lot of time today. Because why did she blog about her counseling sessions? She seems to be very superficial. She wants to help, but she also wants to be seen helping. That's as far. That's a confession right there. Oh, I know how this is gonna go. I know. I just figured it out. If this is where it's going to go, it's brilliant, and this game deserves potentially Game of the Year. If this is what I think it is, this may deserve Game of the Year. Okay, so let me explain, then we'll break down the argument. A pivotal scene in Season 1 dealt with Nina Martinova. She is behind the bombings that have been happening. Like when we go through into the bombing in Freedom Plaza and whatever, that's her. There's going to be an attempted bombing today on the mall. And it's going to be by her. Now, the thing is, I stopped that in my first playthrough and was building a case against Nina that concluded the next day. So, if I'm correct, what we're about to do is tie her to a terrorist that she was counseling illegally. Which would not be an option, because you have two options with Nina. You have a few options with Nina. You can either pursue a case against her, or you can let her go and show sympathy to her because of her son. So if you let her go, this probably wouldn't be an option. You would not be able to tie her in with Nina's terrorist activities. But since I did, I bet you that's where it's going to go. We have a chance to tie her to it and frame her as supporting a terrorist. I love this game so much. If that's what it's about to do, man. Okay. So let's see. Let me see first. There should be a file open up on Nina now. Yeah. Council, alias Molly. Yeah, this is kind of. We didn't have quite this much information. We will have plenty of information on Nina at the end of the day, because that's when I, in the first season, uploaded all the information to stop the bombing. So I think it was around 6 o'clock too. So at 6 o'clock there's going to be an attempted bombing, 6 or 7, and that's also the deadline for this. So I bet if that's the route I go, if I go with the Nina route, that's how they do it. So let me go back here. Get everything here. Yeah, this is them arguing because, like I said, Karen seems like a person who wants to help, but she also wants to be seen helping. It's important for her to be seen being a good person. She's very image conscious, and Nina has very, very serious issues, very, very serious PTSD. They cover it a little bit in the game through the Open Soteria website, but also in the first season they got into it with because her husband, the father of her child, is dead. He died during the Parges conflict. So there are layers to Nina's story that we're not going to get into here, but it's a great callback if that's where they're going. So let's see. It shows conflict with an unknown data chunk. Huh. Let's include that. This might give us track of his medications. No, it doesn't. Oh, wait, well, it did something. Oh, this is the full draft. We have 40 minutes. Hold on to your butts, people. It's about to get real. I bet you that's what I have to do. But I have... I could keep burning time, but I'm willing to bet. I got a bunch of unknown data chunks. Mike, shut up. Circle mode is not an option. I wonder if I have to upload the data chunks without corroboration. That's what burned us the last time. I don't like this setup. This is what happened. This is what screwed us last time. Calm down and think. Mike doesn't have the patience. Yeah, we've seen that in his playthroughs. He's very, very specific. Let's see what Nina's name get us. Jack and shit. Nice. Is there... I burned so much time. This is fully my fault. Okay, so one of the options is to determine whether or not she's counseling the Nina legally. I have the exhaustion. No, you don't, Mike. Alright, let me put in a few more data chunks. Maybe that'll unlock something. If not, I'm going to have to... once again, I'm going to have to make a big money play. A gutsy call. And upload an unknown data chunk. Not enough to stop dead, I presume. Yeah. We've only got time for 3 more data chunks. If you're sitting on something valuable, you should hand it to me now. I wish I had it. Oh god, I've got literally nothing. Wait a minute. That's Ilya's social security number. I thought that was somebody else's. Alright, moving on. Thank you, Try. Thank you very much. Because it's true. When you're just staring at a zombie and firing like 5 arrows at his face with no effect, I'm not sitting there saying I'm bored, am I? Nope. I'm right there supporting you. The fact that I can't get the same from you, Mike, says a lot about you. I just want to point that out. I've got nothing. But her mission is... I've got nothing. We're going to have to use it. I'm pretty sure it's going to conflict, but... Go back to Blabber one more time. Any data change showing there? No. Whatever I was supposed to find, I did not find it. This is going to require another playthrough and some real patience on my part. We'll go with what we got. Jackpot. She made it to misusing Ilia's funding for Nina Mantonova. Brilliant. We can take her in for that. Not only anything missing is Karen's current location. Then we can make an arrest. If this is the way you want to approach this. Once you do upload the whereabouts, there will be no going back, so make sure you want to go. This is the way you want to go. If you conclude we have enough time left, you may want to look around for other possible approaches before committing to this one. I have nothing else. I'm gonna be playing this game for a while, I see, figuring out everything I did wrong. What? Okay, she's trying to make things right with Nina. Nina's telling her not to come because she's planning to set off a bomb. But we'll see if the storylines line up because I prevented the bombing in my first playthrough. Surely there's another option, but I have nothing else to go with. This is the way we gotta do it. Good. I will send an intervention team immediately. Done. The team is on their way. Now let's see whether Raven remains so cocky after his wife is arrested. Let's see what happens. I don't like this because I didn't get all the information. In the first case, clearly that's the way it was supposed to go.
I didn't mean to.
Raban, I don't have the time right now.
Where are you? Why is it so noisy?
I'm at the Circle Mall. Just arrived.
What for?
Going after Nina. Like I said, she needs me. She should be right here. She told me she was at the plaza.
Guess what? She probably told you a fake location so she could avoid you. Did she even ask for your help?
No, but she is a very vulnerable person. She's just too proud to admit it. Damn this woman, what is wrong with her? I cannot believe she would blatantly lie to me. We were making progress.
Maybe Nina is still working for the nation. Maybe they placed her in your care to drive a wedge between you and I.
Don't be ridiculous. She hates the government even more than you do. You two would get along famously.
She knew you would come after her. Out there, completely exposed. Think about it.
You should hear yourself talk. Not everyone is your enemy. You are so paranoid.
Karen, listen to me. Get out of there. I don't like this. It all feels very wrong.
To you, everything feels wrong. Always. There is nothing.
Back away from the trash bin. I want to see your hands above your head.
Karen?
The phone. Put the phone on the ground.
What is going on? Are you all right? Karen!
Oof. Wait, that's not the team I dispatched. Who took Karen into custody? Our team is reporting that they are still en route. Something is going on at the mall. Let me check command. This is the bomb I stopped in the first season, so they did line up. Agent, I've got someone here who would like to have a word with both of us. He should offer us some clarity. Symes, yeah, this was our overseer in the last one. My apologies. I'm Symes, the advisor on the Botan bombing case. There has been an interference between our two cases. My investigator has determined there might be an explosive device hidden at the Circle Mall. Therefore, we have called for an evacuation. It seems one of your target persons, Levine Vart, was present at the site with the device next to her. I don't believe in coincidences, so we have taken her into custody to investigate whether she is involved in the bombing attempt. No need to worry, Signs. This is quite marvelous. Excuse me? I don't understand. You don't need to. Thank you for your report. You're dismissed. Very well then. Good luck. This is exactly what we need right now. If this doesn't cause Raven to react, nothing will. I wonder how long he will take to find out that... Alrighty, the People's Voice has a new announcement. We should tune in as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm assuming if I played the game differently in Season 1, she would have died right there from the bombing. Because we would not have been able to stop it if we didn't act fast enough. Let's see what Raven has to say.
My dear followers, it might come as a surprise to you, but you aren't the only ones who are listening to me. You are not the only ones watching me. The government has been after me for a long time, snooping and prying into my personal life in a feeble attempt to discredit me. That much I was aware of, and I treaded carefully day and night. But even I could not have anticipated the methods they would resolve to. Instead of attacking me, the declared enemy, they went for my poor wife. Karen, who has always stood both loyally and supportive by my side, has been arrested on false allegations of misallocating funds from her employer. What a preposterous lie! She's being held hostage in a conflict that isn't hers. But I will not shut the People's Voice down. Neither now nor ever. I owe it to you, my supporters, to speak out loud what needs to be said. I won't allow anyone to intimidate me. No, I will not stop. I will fight back, and more furiously than ever before. I will go after them, just as they went after my wife. I will pick their precious lies apart one by one, and expose their misdeeds so they are plain to see for everyone. All of you shall be witnesses for the truth.
I am proud of you, Agent. You managed to do exactly what I asked from you. There's no way there's going to be a provocation from Raven after this. Even if he did something, no one will be talking about it. You may log off for today. We will see what tomorrow brings. But I don't think Raven will do us any favors and simply go away. Alright. So, yeah, stream sniping would have been interesting. So we got her on... So, as I was saying, this is running parallel to the first season. If I did not stop the bombing in the first season, she would have died right then and there. And he probably would have accused us of assassinating his wife to get to him. Since that didn't happen and I stopped the bombing, she just so happened to be right next to where the bomb is supposed to be, looking for Nina. So, so she'll more than likely... I'm trying to remember in the first season if... I'm trying to remember if there was somebody who we said was responsible for the bombing other than Nina. Okay, so... I wonder if I can still upload stuff. Let me see. No, we'll leave it alone. Yeah, she would have died. Because, now here's where it gets interesting. Tomorrow, or once I go to the next day, Nina will be an active target in the government. So we'll see. That tends to happen when you're standing right next to an exploding bomb. Yeah, we'll see how much more it'll align. We're gonna do at least one more day. Hopefully I'll have a better run than I did there. But let's see what the next day brings. With the attention he gained, Raven Vart tried to publish a provocation aimed at the Pargesian president, Cassin. We found a way to get Karen Levine Vart arrested to distract from the provocation. We were able to stop Raven Vart from releasing the provocation against President Cassard. next day. Episode 3, Synthesis. We'll have to see, like, it's not going to get any better. You're back again. Just in time. We have need of you. You managed to prevent Raven Var's provocation from ever being published. A good effort, and one that bought us time. In order to take advantage of the situation, Prime Minister Blaine has shifted his schedule to fly out to Triflith and meet Cassard to calm down the situation permanently. Raven Var might have taken a severe blow, but he is far from giving up. Instead, he fires shots. See for yourself. Oh, great. Now what? Let's see. So, yeah, this is, this guy, Harrison O'Donnell, is going to be a problem for... It's going to be a problem later on. Not in this season, but in the first season. Delacroix, the Secretary of Security, she's a bad piece of work. Yeah. You can see once again Botan has become center of attention due to terrorist assault, except this time it has emerged unscathed. Due to the efforts of the Special Investigation Unit, the last in a series of 3 previously announced bombings have been averted. The proposed scene of the crime was the Circle Mall in the center of Botan, which was locked down and secured by police forces yesterday evening, right after the investigation team managed to correctly estimate what location the terrorists were aiming at. Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, gave a short conference to representatives of the press. In it, she stated that successful prevention of the bombing attempts to be proof for surveillance and investigative measures to be functional. The search for the perpetrators of these nefarious acts of crime would now be the top priority for the investigators, who have substantial leads. So yeah, his wife wasn't mentioned the first time around. Remove contributor status from Ilya, remove contributor status from user Daniel. Oh, he's going at it alone. I may have lost the battle, but the war is not over. We will fight back against the traitors Cassard and Blaine, who own this manipulative government apparatus designed to keep us under control. The government of the nation has dragged my family into this conflict, and I will not let them get away with it. I'm still here, and so is the people's voice, and we are loud. We have a strong group of supporters who are loyal and will help us get back on track. Know thyself, know thy enemy. We will fight back with a completely new people's voice, resonating with a kind of strength never before seen. I hereby declare war on the government of the nation, who are trying to enslave their own people by manipulating the media. Down with the government. Down with Cassard and Blaine. Oof. I think we may have upset him a little bit. Just a little bit. War. Can you believe it? Who does this prick think he is? Agent, this has to end today. Vart will no longer undermine the peace in neither Pargus nor the nation. If it's war he wants, we can accommodate him. We have our own arsenal, the likes of which Vart doesn't dare to dream about. When Orwell was created, the office requested a number of additional features beyond the day-to-day task of investigators. Some top-level government members objected. They have the obnoxious idea to integrate an ethical codex into Orwell, limiting its capabilities. Naturally, this will not do for us. Oh, Christ. We are the nation's wardens, and we won't be restricted by some arbitrary set of rules. So, we found a way, as we always do, to develop a branch of the Orwell project. Influencer, I'm thinking, that's what it is. The very piece of software you're using right now. Time to make use of its full potential. Now you will see the power of this fully operational battle station. Behold the Influencer, the centerpiece of our very own version of Orwell. Not even the government has a clue this thing exists. That's not good! He can spread a story through social media channels effectively and thoroughly, so that was ample for the other day, talking about his wife. And I am putting you in charge of it. First, we needed the thesis, a key statement which Raven made in his latest article. Execute Order 66. The government, dragging his family into the conflict? They should have clearly opposed Raven's actions and nothing would have happened. Well, we'll counteract his claim accordingly. Let me set that in the Influencer. Oh, this is... yeah, we are actively assholes now. Well, here we go. Here's how this works. We can't simply make up and randomly spread stuff. Instead, I need you to get me palpable information which we can use to counter Raven's statement. From pairs of data trends that create a certain context together, I can construct a narrative which can then be spread to the influencer. So find me data trends to construct a narrative from. With the thesis set in the influencer, new data trends may be discovered in old documents or call transcripts. Take a look around. Look at that. Went to get a drink. We're still after Raven Vard. We are now. Raven Vard is becoming more and more paranoid. He senses conspiracy and danger everywhere. Serves him right. I mean, technically he's correct. We tried to set him up for murder, and when that didn't work, we went after his family, and now we're going to make him look like he's crazy. We may be able to use his knowledge in our advantage if we find the right context to put it in. Yeah, we're still after Raven Vard. We're using a new branch of Orwell called the Influencer, basically to make him look like he's mad. And if we can discredit him fully, then nobody will take. It's even better than setting him up for murder. If we could turn social media against him, and the underground against him, then that's just as effective as shutting him down. She has been arrested. Misappropriation of funds. Arresting officer redacted. Holding a facility redacted. She is officially a non-person. This far in the investigation has shown the suspect was on the phone to her husband. Raven truly has some remarkable timing with this call to Karen. The wrong woman in the wrong place might turn out to be a windfall for us. He sees his wife as a danger to his work, and then boom, a bomb almost kills her. One can draw conclusions from that. So we're basically coming up with a story to have bots parrot on social media. Yep. We are fake news. I got accused of being fake news once. That was interesting. Why not help people a bit with it? What do you think of this? Blame on Raven. Agent, the first narrative is ready to be spread through the influencer. To do so, drag it to the slot in the influencer window and confirm. Using the influencer is extensive and takes about an hour of time to complete. We'll only get very limited chances of spreading narratives today. Make sure they count. Okay, so we don't just have free use of the damn thing. However, I should probably warn you, what's out there is out there forever, and information can be a most devastating weapon. Now, if you do the honors. Do I? Blame on Raven. Did Raven Vard sell his wife Karen to the cops to get rid of her? Leak check protocols show he had seen her as a threat to his work. Gee. That's cold even for me. Alright. And there it spreads. Like an oil spill. Look at that. Person to person, all spreading the news. Where were you on the phone with your wife when she was at the Circle Mall? Raven, please don't tell us you're responsible for these bombings. No way, I do not have an answer. I do not have to answer to you, but I shall tell you this much. I have nothing to do with these bombings. You might want to point your finger at a certain corrupt government. The first information spreads by your command alone. It's a beautiful thing. The destruction of truth, isn't it? I am the Senate. I believe we pulled the right strings here. People will have swallowed debate, as you can see on Blabber. It had some good impact on his listener count. I have no doubt Raven won't let go so easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see an appropriate response from him soon. Perhaps you can find out what he's up to before he actually publishes it, so we can prepare our next narrative beforehand. I mean, I always love playing as a villain, but this is a level of evil I was not prepared for. But it's kind of funny that this last resort evil weapon the original designers tried to prevent from being used is basically just a bot army. Yeah, basically. Like here. But, I mean, it is effective, especially in today's, how the world is today. That is an effective super weapon. If you know how to use it. So now we're going to, since we have access to his site. Well, first let's make it clear that nobody else is involved here, because this could get ugly really fast. Could it be that our actions cause a bit of trouble amongst the ranks of the people's voice? Good. Destroy the media monsters. In the dark area, these awful creatures who cannot be considered human are again trying to damage our family members in order to get me. They cannot tear us apart. Oof. His family is loyal to him. Oh please, I wonder if Raven believes himself when he writes these. In any case, let's see if we can shake up that feeling of loyalty a bit and prove Raven wrong. For himself and for the public. Agent, give me a pair of data chunks. Give me pairs of data chunks from which I can construct narratives that we can spread. Pay attention to anything we might use to put Ilya or Karen's loyalty to him in doubt. Yeah, he's going full paranoid now, and he has reason to be. We are technically following him. Raven has become more and more unhinged, sensing betrayal around every corner. Yes, we can use that, but not enough on its own. We need good context to put this into. Yeah. Dude, you do not want to be calling right now. Clearly your brother's losing his mind. His wife did think that.
Brother, I can't believe they arrested Karen. I'm not sure what to make of it. What was she doing there at the mall? Today? In the middle of a police raid? Claims of misappropriating funds? That all sounds like total bullshit. I'm just trying to understand. Do you know anything?
This is not a good time.
It's okay. I understand. Sorry.
No, I don't think you understand at all. My wife has been abducted by ruthless government forces to get me and break me. Yet here we are, feign concern and immediately question what I know. Why? Ah, I see. You must have read it too. That I called her right before the incident.
Raban.
It is true. I called moments before. What does that mean to you, dear brother? She was there against my advice. To track down this impertinent army woman. Karen wouldn't listen. She just pressed on and ignored me. She suffered the consequences because of it.
How can you say that? She suffered the consequences of not listening to you, her wise and all-knowing husband.
What did you say?
How dare she defy the great Raban Vart? She was there, helping her patient, and you have no compassion. You are more concerned about being...
How do you dare say that? She is my wife.
Well, how dare you try to blame her for getting mixed up in all of this?
You insolent pest.
You have done nothing but snub me ever since we left the encampment. I've had it with this crap. For the record, if you hadn't kicked me out of TPV, I'd quit.
Go then, finally. You never cared for our cause anyway.
Well. That was heated. We can use all of this. Thank you very much. Well. Ilya, I don't think you know what you've done. I don't think you know what you've done, man. And that's him playing either Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! And Karen. Let's see all the data chunks we can get first. That doesn't waste any time. He's still at home. He took a while to And this gets us another phone number? Huh. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise reading in Tiflis. Alright, that's going according to schedule. Captain Ilya Janeway. Huh. Butter, eggs, bacon, shoes. This dude was going to Walmart. Back to the Future 2, Linta Zoltko. Remind him again. Man, that's, I mean, and that's another thing I love about this game. Say what you want about the government using bot armies and surveillance and all the creepy stuff they're doing with Orwell. They're not exactly innocent though. They're kind of making it easy for us to just hang them all. Oh, this could give us some more information. That person better return that movie. It's Back to the Future 2. I think it's fine. Very picturesque. Maybe you can find a photo of it somewhere. Cassard and Blaine. Let them continue their work. We got our own stuff to do. There they are. Permanent residency is granted upon marriage to citizens for the spouse as well as the family members. A questionable thing, if you ask me, especially if the circumstances of that marriage were to appear shady. Yeah, we got some options here. Whether or not they were cheating on him behind his back, whether or not he married her just to become a citizen of Botan. Past transgression of some kind we don't know yet about. Yes, we use this to put Ilya's loyalty into question. First, we need something more concrete. Now, this is downright heartless. And then he talks about loyalty. Yeah, she's not exactly wrong. I mean, bruh. Let's create this profile just in case. That could come in handy later. Not surprising with a brother like that. Especially if you got belittled by Raven all the time. This would make for a fine story. Give me a moment. We now possess one narrative we could potentially spread. However, we can only hit Raven after he publishes his next article. We need to buy that time for the moment. Use that time to dig for more narratives. Give me everything that could be of use. Oof. What else do we got? Cassie Watergate. No, okay, so excuse me, that's not Karen, that's Cassie. Cassie was arrested the first day for potential connection to the bombings. I wonder. We need more intelligence. Her deleted patient files could come in handy here. Let's stick with Raven. His medical history is a good start. One of the galleries look like Magic the Gathering. Yeah, kind of. Considering the trauma he endured with his school when his school got bombed, this comes as no surprise. Raven got better all of a sudden. Something important must have happened at that time. Did I have their marriage date here? Wow. Well, there it is. Boom. Getting out at any cost. Doesn't the fact that Raven was able to leave the cab through marrying Cam and scream sham marriage to you? Well, soon it might do just that for everyone else too. And here Ilias shows his interest for his brother's future wife. Nice. When were they married? Prime Minister in his cabinet. I'm surprised that's still showing. What am I supposed to be seeing there? She wanted to move. That could come in handy. That could be some handy knowledge. is what? Oh, maybe I need to read this. Yep, that was it. Alright, let's see. Go back to Ilya's phone. Dewhurst again. So he was planning on leaving his job and moving to Dewhurst, and his wife, Raven's wife, was also looking forward to leaving for Dewhurst. A fantastic multicultural city. But now she's in jail. I don't think I need this anymore. Oh, but what if I turn the bombing of his school against him? Christ. Again, cold, even for me. Okay, so we have a conflicting data chunk here. Here she says that she loves him, but Raven doesn't believe that she loved him. Let's upload the last bit of his report. See what that does. We were fine to put more conflicting data chunks in. Do her sound like it could be the name of a drink. What? How awfully caring of her. Or maybe not. This would be useful to make Raven doubt Karen's motivation into marrying him. But we need the right context first. Their love is fake. Their love is but a fake. How sad. Karen intended to observe Raven and doesn't really love him. Yes, there's a strong narrative in that. Raven Vard published his article. We can start now. Remember, you are still able to dig for more narratives, so you may want to do that before you spread anything. As soon as you're ready, spread the narrative that seems the most promising to you and the influencer. You only get one chance here. So this is definitely a silver bullet kind of super weapon. We have to use what we think is going to be the most effective, and we only get one shot at it. That fake marriage. See, here's what we're looking at. Obviously, the fake marriage hashtag is the best option of the three. But of those two, you have fake marriage. She admitted that she wanted to observe him and that he's very unstable. Or he planned his escape from a refugee ship by seducing him. Either of those are pretty killer, but no pending article draft. That means it's live. The media monster has no chance against us. In the dark caves of the endless information network, they lurk out to get any innocent victim standing in their way. As for now, I shall call them media monsters, the government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures who cannot be considered human are again trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. I am heartbroken about what happened to my wife at the Circle's Mall. Yet they claim I sent her there. I was to blame. The only reason she was involved in this is because she was too committed to caring for one of her patients who was working there. Yes, it's true she was talking to me on the phone while this horrific bomb went off, but all I was trying to do was talk her out of seeing her patient and get her back home. I know one thing for sure, while I am left in distress, fearing for my wife's life, they cannot and will not tear us apart. My family members will remain loyal to me as they've always been. Yeah, it is definitely questionable. Like, because he's, the whole image that he's trying to portray, that he loves his family and they're loyal to him and everybody's united. So either of those fake marriage hashtags takes out that argument. The question is, which is the most effective way to do it? Like, do you do it by making him look like a monster or by making her look like a monster? Either way, that could be spicy. Could be very spicy. Let me look through the insider one more time, see if I got anything there. Now, we already know that Ilya and Karen care for each other. So we know that. The question is, which one, the real question is, which one sends Ilya over the edge? Because either one of those should do it. I think if we make Karen look like she was just she married him because he was unstable and she just wanted to observe him, that could send Ilya and Rabin off a cliff. God, I wish I could save so that I didn't have to make a choice, or I could just choose both choices and see how it worked. But no, this is how they want me to do it. Bastards. So we have, going over our options one more time, we're taking Traitor of the People out. That's not the strongest narrative for what we got to do right now. We got fake marriage, how Rabin Vard of the People's Voice planned his escape from a refugee camp by seducing the therapist. Or Karen Rifle Rabin Vard admits, I married Rabin because I wanted to observe him. He was very unstable. The risk and the reward system. Mike, you are not helping. I just want to make that clear. I think I'm going with the last one, because if I make well, no, see, the second one can send off Ilya too, because he's already on the edge. So if he thinks that his brother, he already wanted a chance at her. So if Rabin says that he married her, or if we spread a story that Rabin just married her to get out of the refugee camp, that could lead to some interesting repercussions. And it also makes the bombing story seem much more likely. He sent her there to set her up, and he doesn't even really care about her. There's some potential in that story. I like that story. He thought evilly to himself. But that may be the best way about it. We'll make him look like the monster in all this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's try that. Stuttering a bit, otherwise the stream's good. Yeah, I'm just chalking it up to YouTube at this point. This is what YouTube wants. This is what YouTube is getting. Let's spread it. I bet that sends Ilya up a wall. Because he wanted a chance with her. But his brother... But we could possibly make Ilya complicit as well. If it's true. Happy with what you've achieved? Attacking Var's marriage was a good idea, very personal. I believe many of his followers took this to heart. Raven has taken a blow, but he's not going down yet. Speaking of which, let's check on what he's up to writing. He's working. I'm getting a find from Try. It may... Timelines. Dear friends, unfortunately Karen will not be available anytime soon as she's been arrested. We are deeply troubled by this news, especially seeing as Karen has always been a law-abiding, truly good citizen. I cannot help think that all this would never happen if my daughter had entered that fake marriage with Raven to change his refugee status. Jesus Christ. It devastates me even more that she broke all contact with me after that. This refugee scum is the worst thing that ever happened to her. Damn. Reaction. Your fake marriage shows you're a complete fraud. It is illegal. Neither my wife nor I married for any other reason that it's none of your fucking business. So go back to fuck off, you fascist asshole. The uprising against the government of Parsons has begun. Angry crowds in front of the presidential palace, and Triflis is growing. I knew it. Immigrants setting up fake marriages in order to get into the country. Go back to your own damn country and stop annoying us. My wife would never consider herself one of your women. Losers like you make me vomit. Jesus! We dropped a bomb into this life. Hey, Raven, is it true that you did not marry out of love? Does this mean you might be single again soon? What the fuck is wrong with you? I can't believe what we accomplished here today. Go ahead and pop the champagne. We are, if we weren't getting 10 before, we are now. What kind of, I'm sorry. Falling back into old habits, are we? Bart is trying to shift the attention to Blaine and Cassard's meeting. It's one of a kind of opportunity for him to back up his conspiracy theory. Reporters say there are already people gathering in front of the presidential palace where the two are meeting, attempting to install the talks in the name of the people's voice. We cannot let his claim go unchecked, or the situation there might escalate. Not on our watch. If he's into conspiracies and hidden agendas, how about us playing the same game? I'm certain you can give me enough information to let me construct our own little conspiracy theory. Keep in mind, we have to hit Raven Vart hard this time. Very hard. We must break his follower base. Even if I did it. This game is proof of why you should never use Twitter. True. I'm about to delete all my accounts right now. I'm sorry. This is like, oh, you dirty immigrant, dirty immigrant, dirty immigrant. Hey, are you single? Oh my god. That is gold. I should not be laughing, but it is brilliant. I'm assuming this is where we have the chance to hit him with the affair. I was trying to get me to get a Twitter account. Yeah, that might not be a good idea after all. So she is the daughter of Elizabeth Levine. Against this backdrop, it's quite remarkable Karen professionally counsels refugees. We can use all of that data and see what that data checks about later. Her campaign website. I stand for the nation's values. Although sadly, she lost her attempt to be elected. I'm guessing she was running for mayor of Bonton. Elizabeth Levine stands for culture, education, and traditional values. She sounds like one of our kind of people, right, Mike? Mayor of Hillberry, never mind. As it stands, Hillberry is one of the wealthiest communities in all the nation. So, What exactly are you going to prove then? Well, of course, if you just look at the raw numbers of average income and such, sure, Hillberry appears wealthy, but truth be told, Jeffrey, beneath the bright and shiny appearance, it is deeply troubled and suffering city. So what is it suffering from? Well, we have imported a crisis due to the policies of the previous government. When the nation allowed a huge influx of immigrants from projects in other countries, Hillberry was a popular place for relocation. The party has since limited immigration nationwide, a great effort. I must say, but this doesn't cut it for Hillberry. We are citizens of the most iconic city in the nation's borders. We are a symbol of the nation's values that these immigrants don't respect. Our citizens don't feel secure in their own town anymore. So it is our job to defend those values. What do you plan on doing exactly? What can we expect from Mayor Levine? I'll make sure this beautiful town stays absolutely safe. All the encampments in and around Hillberry will be abolished and cleared out, with the residents sent back to their countries where they belong. I will uphold the laws and rules that have made Hillberry great in the past. I will lower taxes. She broke. Okay, so she lied. No surprise, she is a politician. Well, it's obvious your campaign is. I'm standing just for a minute. I need to stand up. My legs are feeling a little tight. I need to stretch them. So let me just adjust a little bit here. So this is where she's talking about her daughter being a counselor for refugees. But not only does your daughter specialize in refugee counseling, but she is also engaged to none other than Raven Vart, who is the author of a blog that is highly critical of the government. For sure, you must be aware of that. These are nothing but vile rumors, pitiful lies. I assure you, simply made up to question my credibility, most likely by the very same person who you just called out. You said it yourself, Raven Vart is critical of the nation and its government, and he won't stop at any falsehoods. Did you know this impertinent person invited soldiers into a school? Which was then attacked because of his actions. I bet this is news to you, Jeffrey. Yes, I've done my research. Have you done yours? My daughter is doing no such thing as marrying him. No such thing. So when she decided to marry him, she could contact with her daughter. Alright, Mike, bring us back drinks. By that, Vart may have drawn fire directly to the school. Why would he consider such a thing? How mindless can you get? He deserves to go down, and so he will, by our hand. Raven, I cannot help but notice that you seem under a lot of fire from all sides most recently. Even some of your most trusted followers are turning their back on you. But not me. You have been through some dark times before, and you have trusted me with as you have trusted me with. Remember how you told me that Ilya got your parents on nostalgia from Milivon in deep trouble, and you saw no way out. And here you stand nonetheless. But you have pulled through. I'll see what I can uncover to aid you. You'll hear back from me soon. And what kind of trouble? Seems that the investigators are. I missed that data chunk, but. Yep, that's Nina. Our investigation got her killed. He's getting out of. He's trying to get out. Ilya's making a run for it, it seems. Who can blame him? Why, we could, of course. Maybe he considered staying if the news would turn out to be against his liking. We are the Pajizian people. Our government is corrupt. Captain Ilya Janeway. Simos. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Why this absolute nerd? Like, I just realized. Try, if you're still in chat, Janeway is a Star Trek reference, right? Now parties forced to recruit a lot of men into the ranks when the conflict with the FTP erupted anew. Seems like Ilya has been no exception for it. Ooh, okay. Now we're seeing the full story. Thank you, Try. I'm curious whether that worked out, or what it took to convince McKay. Yeah. We'll go with the military's record. That's far more damaging. He got punished. Have any idea what that punishment may have involved? They took his parents. Try, I will take your word for it. Dear family, your father and I decided to use his digital messaging board for our family. More and more members of our community have been disappearing recently. We need to be as cautious as possible. Please use the message board as the primary channel from now on, especially if you mention other family members or places where we meet. This is an old abandoned board of some initiative we took part of some years ago. Raven openly criticizes Cassard all the time. I doubt we can gain any benefit from knowing his parents may have done the same thing. She knows it's called a Chad woman mother. Okay. So they were neighbors. They may have been friends. Seems everyone's literally closer than we thought. Yeah, so let's... Truly horrible. And again, maybe it was all about Ilya trying to flee from army service. I mean, it could easily be the truth, but at this point, we don't have to care. Good, we have a narrative again. We cannot spread it yet, though, not before Raven publishes his article. Keep searching around. Coward brother. Learn how Ilya Vart got his parents punished for his own cowardice and his brother Raven covered for it. Christ. Alright. But we can go one level deeper. Yeah, that's Nina. And that's the exact picture we used for her, too. Jesus. After investigations uncovered strongly incriminating evidence, a new prime suspect in the Bonn bombing case was meant to be put into custody on late Saturday evening. The intervention team reported that the suspect, a female army veteran, produced a firearm as the police attempted to arrest her. After the woman shot a policeman who remains in the hospital, the police returned fire. First reports exclusively to the National Beholder states that she is a National Army veteran who has been dishonorably discharged. Yep. Yep, that was us. I love how well this game links up. It has been done in light of the conflict brewing with the FTB. I managed to make a deal with Oleg Bakay, who's unit from the Pargesian army to protect our school. Sounds a bit drastic. So this is why Oleg and Raven made it to school. They have some kind of protection deal going on. Sounds extremely dumb to me. Raven might have done this in order to protect his brother as he promised. Still, this wouldn't let him look quite bad. So why not go for it? Former principal sheltered Pargesian army in a deal to get his brother exempted from service before the building got attacked. That is a much better narrative, I gotta say. That makes him look... Because in the first episode, they made a big deal about him being a hero. Now we make him look like he's the one who put the children in danger in the first place. Just her talking about her values. Maxwell Levine. I wonder what that gives us. Get the right profile up. Oh, wow. We can use that. Thank you. I bet that Raven had no idea about Karen's entanglement with the party, nor has any one of his followers. We should let them know, maybe. But we need a little more backing if we're trying to put blame on Karen here. No, we're not. But it's nice to have a secondary target just in case. Mother like Elizabeth Levine. I can't even begin to imagine why. Too bad if she would have been in contact with her mother, we might have used that against her. Raven published his article. The time to strike back has come. You can go on searching for more material to create narratives from, though. Please, take your time. When ready, strike Raven Vard as hard as you can. We need to make this count. I think the timer just stopped. No, never mind. The timer's back. That would have been nice. Wow! That's provocative, to say the very least. Rumor I married my wife only to get out of the refugee camps are both extremely insulting and untrue. They are meant to draw your attention away from something way more important than my personal life. The important question should be, why is the focus of attention not on one of the most pressing and obvious issues? Is it not curious that during a national crisis like this, while Bonton is threatened by terrorists, the Prime Minister is leaving the country? Is it not weird that he is meeting Cassard, who is throwing him a military parade party, under the guise of a negotiation meeting? The answer is that this is bullshit. Negotiation is not what the national government want. They want power. Blaine and Cassard want to control our minds by secretly conspiring against the people of Parges. Since this is what the meeting is really shows, what you should really be worried about, I hereby call for protests in front of the presidential palace in Triflis to show these traitors to the people what we think of them. Okay. Yeah, this is the best bullet we got is that he sold out. Because that's what the story makes it sound like. Lousy deal. Former Principal Raven Vard sheltered Pargesian army in deal to get his brother Ilya exempt from service before the building got attacked. So it makes it sound like he sold out his own school and the kids in those schools to protect his own brother. Or we can do what Ilya Vard got his parents punished for his own cowardice and his brother Raven covered for him. I think Lousy deal is a much stronger narrative. That one, it makes his brother look bad. It makes, and it gives you the coward brother storyline while throwing in the fact that he may have betrayed his own people. So, there's a lot there we can work with. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that I'm using the full power of this battle station as I see fit. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Because that is, especially when that's the whole image that he has set up, that he saved all these kids and his brother was backing him up, and that's why he's in the wheelchair, to turn it around and say, that's what I'm thinking. The first option just sounded like he is just a bastard. So that's, I think, what we're gonna go with. Especially, like, we've already made his wife look bad, and we've questioned that to death. We could go further into it, but this just makes it look horrible. I was gonna wait until Mike's internet caught up, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and go with the second option. So you hate the government, do you, Mr. Vought? You hate the government? And there it goes. The battle station is sitting in a chair in front of an office desk with Twitter on the computer as you ship post. Basically, yeah. It's all spread and done. The fact that Raven made a deal to help his brother decrease the impact our narrative had. Good work, but not good enough. Raven is still around and he still has a loyal fan base. So what absurdity does he dare to claim this time? Yeah. Ah, dang it. No, this works. We can still get him. That wasn't as strong. That wasn't the strongest one we could have used. But we're not done quite yet. He's already at the central station. He's really going to throw on his plan then. So if you want to hurry up and do anything, if you want to try and do anything about it. And he's gone. Ilya's out of the equation. Though I'm not sure whether that would make our life easier or harder. Yeah, damn it. I may have screwed up on that one. Using his brother against him may have been a stronger army. Yeah, damn it. Calling his brother a coward was probably the strongest option. Damn it. That's okay. That's okay. We can recover from this. He's blaming the nation for his own fault. Our own army attacking a school. We're the peacekeepers. It's high time to turn things around. This has to end now. We cannot let these preposterous lies stand. We will destroy Ravenvard. You will. Now. Give me something that shows beyond a doubt that the nation isn't the one to blame here. Only as, excuse me. That was a little booming. David Johns again. You had mentioned him before. Regardless, it doesn't matter what role he had with the People's Voice. What matters is only destruction of Raven. What do we have here? We just have to shit post harder next time. But despite this, he has profited a great deal from being considered a hero. Ravenvard is a sad joke, bereft of moral standards, and he is going down. Oh, this is... This can be useful. Wait, what exactly did Ilya lie about regarding his brother? we have here? What did you just show? How does she? Ampleford, what are you not telling us? This is very troubling news. I'm not aware of any one of our own people with this name, though. I'll turn this David Johnson to a target person you may want to investigate if you so desire. Remember, though, that Raven Var remains the primary target. Get us something to obliterate him with. The article. Give me a narrative. Reverend Var, the only civilian. I don't see any hint to his students there. I thought he rescued a lot of his students. So he survived. So the children didn't survive. He survived. That's how he ended up with us. Alright. A lot of kids just died. But this is useful. Okay, we'll bring him down. Jesus. Do they know them? Uh-oh. Yeah. Let me make absolutely sure this is the best course of action. So that's David Johns. Let's load this up right quick because I don't think we'll have access to these data chunks later. He looks like a teacher I had. What kind of odd call sign is that? That's not one of our agents, is it? Let's look him up. How did nobody realize all this time he made up a story about saving his students? Well, because it's one of the, if I were to guess, it's one of the downfalls of his current situation. We're in a surveillance state that controls the news and information. So unless they say it, they have no reason to assume that it's important. So since he was never treated as a big deal, nobody dug into his past. And everybody else who could have said something about it have their own issues to deal with in Parges. Alright, let's see what this is. So it's just a persona. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, right? Except, of course you're not. It is one of our own people then. Unfortunately, as an influencer persona, I'm afraid David Johns isn't simply one person. Those personas are controlled by different real persons in our service. Even I cannot tell you who's controlling them at this time. You must help find the traitor behind David Johns. Give me their real name. Wasn't that just on some blog post though? It was on a blog post in The Nation, so it's presumed to be truthful. But the situation is that everything we're looking up in Parge is archived data. The people who could say something about it don't know what's going on in The Nation. So once we started spreading out that information, well, the people don't know what's going on in The Nation and vice versa, rather. So now that Raven Vard is trying to bridge that gap, now that information is being known. At least that's my theory. There's not much I can do to back it up. Damn, they threatened to investigate it. We know you have been blabbering about your new job controlling David Johns and others despite us telling you explicitly not to do so. If you believe us to be joking, please be advised we are not. In fact, we can easily make you disappear, as you put it, or other people. Meanwhile, we are keeping a protective eye on your father. You may thank us later. Time to start taking this job opportunity we gave you very seriously. Don't mess this up. Something's wrong here. Why is this a conflicting data chunk? Like I said, I honestly have to think about it. I'm sure there is a rationale behind it that I haven't thought of yet, just because I haven't read all of the documents and all of the data. But I'm sure there's a reason why, but I don't know. Alright. Iris Young can be a complete setup, so let's not go after her just yet. But we will do this. Let's see how this narrative works out. That didn't spread nearly as far as I thought. Oh my god. Take a look at Blabber. Blabber, you need to see this. What do I need to see? I knew it from the start. Wasn't it obvious from the beginning that he was no person? This ignorant, miserable bunch. There's far too many people standing by the people's voice. We have failed. This is it. We failed, plain and simple. Our efforts were all for naught. The riots before the presidential palace rage on unchecked. All we can do is hope for what? Raven Vard started an announcement. I fear for the worst. This is the end, Agent.
My dear followers, those of you who still remain, the story that has finally been spread by the despicable government mouthpiece, it is true. All of it. I never saved those children. Because I was too afraid. Because I ran for my life, eager of saving it before theirs. here I now am, alive, and they aren't. I had so long forgotten about it, and now it's shaking me to my core. I believed that if I only tried hard enough, I could change things. That I could make things better for my people at home in Parges. I believed I could fight against the corrupt, evil, rotten politicians longing for power at the people's expense. I believed I could free my home country from these parasites and go back home. If only I twisted words long enough. We all need a reliable base on which our world is based. Our truth. This was mine. But now I realize that I've been living a lie. Not only a lie that made you believe in me, but a lie that allowed me to forget who I actually was. A far too comfortable lie. Only one thing is worse. Knowing that even as I speak, you all continue. Carry on, fight on with all your fury, perpetuating that very lie endlessly, creating new truths based on fake claims put out there ages ago. What will become of this world when everybody has their own truth? What will be real, dependable? Everything will be nothing. Truth is dead. And I killed it that very day. I was too afraid to speak up and correct a mistake. But no longer. This story has to end on my terms.
Oh, crap.
There's hardly anything more concrete than a bullet. It creates a tangible, uncomfortable fact. The very thing needed for a resurrection of truth.
Was that the end of the game? I knew it. He's a hero. You were just comparing him to George Costanza. Yeah, I think we got a bad end, guys. Yep, we did. Wow. I didn't know it was possible to screw up quite that bad. Okay, you know what? No, screw this. Thank you very much. You're all creative people, but I can I skip the credits? I can't skip the credits? No, yes I did. There we go. Yes, thank you very much. We're all creative people, but we're not going to accept that as the final word. We were trying to kill him, but not in a way that makes him into a martyr. He just made himself a martyr. We need to discredit him. Okay, let me see if it lets me go back. Let me see if it lets me go back and retry that. Why did we just spend the last hour smearing him on Twitter? We're trying to discredit him. Like, it's not that we just don't want him dead. We want the riots in Parges to stop. We want people to stop asking questions. We want the entire story to just go away. Go away. And him killing himself in martyrdom doesn't do any of that. So let me see where this thing saves exactly. Okay. So this is literally right before everything happened. No, this is exactly when everything happened. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, let's back out of that. I mean, he died revealing he was full of shit and let kids die. That sounded pretty bad. Yeah, but by that point, the riots had already started. Time was against us. Let me see. Profile options. All right. So here's what we're going to do, because I do not accept the results of that. Yeah, we have to discredit his brother instead. I think you need to go get back to the choice before that when you had to discredit his brother, yeah. That's what we're going to do. And that's what we're doing, Mike. And Try. Listen to Try. Try is correct. That's why he's the moderator. We'll go back and discredit his brother. And that's a chain we'll make, that the marriage was a sham, his brother was a coward. Yeah, it really was. This is why you basically do the ultimate reveal that he lied about his whole reputation in history, and then the people rebel in his favor. What? I think what it is that by that point, there was no stopping the rebellion. Like, it had already, that second influencer choice you have is the silver bullet. Either you hit him clean, or the rebellions keep going, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So, because usually the day ends around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. We were going to 8, 9 o'clock, and so by that time it was far too late. If we had revealed it earlier, or if things were better in our favor, that would have stopped, because the whole thing is to stop the rioting while the prime minister is there. So we'll get to it. Yeah, we need to be 3 for 3. That's the only way. So we have a basic idea of what we need to do. Like the sham marriage, that first shot was gold. That was perfect. The second one was much weaker. Good lord. This is why, and I think I will, if I do a proper review of this game, that'll probably be a negative. Like, we need, I know autosave is something that everybody loves these days, but we need individual save files just in case we need to go back and fix an option that we screwed up. I'm just saying. So the first option is sham marriage. We had that absolutely right. The second one is to make his brother look like a coward. And that'll keep Ilya from running. That's the important thing. He needs to stay in town. Survey the damage. Mike, shut up. I'm curious what would happen though if we made her look like the bad person. I wonder how that would affect Ilya, because that it opened up more information about her and her mother. But the thing is, we have to reveal the affair. That's the golden ticket here. That's what gets us 3 for 3. Does making Karen look like the monster get us Ilya? If that gets us Ilya, then we're golden. I think I'm gonna try that. We'll let this conversation kind of play out again. I should have archived it, shouldn't I?
Brother, I can't believe they arrested Karen. I'm not sure what to make of it. What was she doing there at the mall? Today? In the middle of a police raid? Claims of misappropriating funds? That all sounds like total bullshit. I'm just trying to understand.
I think revealing
Do
the
you know
affair
anything?
Because
this is not
pushing
a good
family
time.
loyalty, family
It's okay.
loyalty.
And
what we
understand.
did was back up that claim
No,
of family loyalty.
I don't think you
and
understand
made him
at
look like a bad
all.
guy. It's
My
gotta be
wife
them. We
has
have
been
to keep attacking
abducted
them.
by ruthless government forces
That's
to get me and break me. Yet here we are, feign concern and immediately question what I know. Why? Ah, I see. You must have read it too. That I called her right before the incident.
Raban.
It is true. I called moments before. What does that mean to you, dear brother? She was there against my advice, to track down this impertinent army woman. Karen wouldn't listen. She just pressed on and ignored me. She suffered the consequences because of it.
How can you say that? She suffered the consequences of not listening to you, her wise and all-knowing husband.
What did you say?
How dare she defy the great Raban Vart? She was there, helping her patient, and you have no compassion. You are more concerned about being...
How do you dare say that? She is my wife.
Well, how dare you try to blame her for getting mixed up in all of this?
You insolent pest.
You have done nothing but snub me ever since we left the encampment. I've had it with this crap. For the record, if you hadn't kicked me out of TPV, I'd quit.
Go then, finally. You never cared for our cause anyway.
All right, let's build up the case that she used him. I think that's the way we need to go. Let's go over to the insider. I apologize for being quiet, but Yeah, I think that's the way to go about it. I could be wrong, but I think that's it. We don't make him look like a monster, we make her look like a monster, and then force Ilya to stay. That might work. That, I'll wait until that one unlocks. That actually sounds a bit better. That data chunk doesn't do anything for us. But the other one is useful. That's where her and his brother were doing their thing. I remember seeing a thumbnail for a suggested video, and it was about a game that only had bad endings. Who would torture themselves like that? What would be even the point? I don't know. Fake marriage. I think I'm gonna give that a shot. Push comes to shove. We are already in 3 hours into the stream? Holy crap. Let me just see what happens. Why not? If it doesn't do what I need it to do, then we'll back out and I'll just experiment it for a while and find the bullets we need. Okay, that was still good. It's the same woman who keeps trying to bang him. See, if your wife married you only to keep you under observation, what a psycho bitch. Do not insult my wife. Okay, so that worked. It worked the same way, more or less. That's good. Now we need to get his brother to stay put. That woman, yeah. Her mom is a piece of work. To put it nicely. Where we have hit the first blow successfully. Yeah, he's getting ready to run. We need to keep him. We need to get him to stay put. Seems that investigator you paired with got the Boughton bombing perpetrator. I'm impressed. That would be me. I did good work. Or at least that's what I tell myself. We will include this. How do we do what? Information. Stop him from fleeing the country. More than likely, the best way to stop him from fleeing the country is to release the first story, making him look like a coward. That would force him, if I'm correct, that forces him to stay put and not try and run away. Because the whole story is that his brother covered for him running away. Poor Nina. She kind of got what she deserved. Kind of. We're doing much better on time this time around, I'll say that. Mostly because we know exactly where we're going. that's not the narrative we need. No, that first data chunk is much stronger. That is a much stronger. Discharged by locust. That's a much stronger one. We're going with that. That's damning. Learn how Ilyavar got his parents punished for his own cowardice and his brother Raven covered for him. That's gotta be it. He hasn't moved yet. Yeah. So now it's the second one. Yeah, it goes in order in the order that we find the data chunks. So that's understandable. Yeah, we. Ah, man. Wow. You know what? Let's. I certainly didn't expect them to be that close, to be honest. Good for us. Together with that financial support from the party, they should look all kind of fishy, especially to Raven himself. Here, consider this one yourself. How Karen, wife of Raven Vart, secretly works for the party and gets financed by them in return. All right. So I was thinking coward brother, but now we have the option of traitor wife. I don't know, guys. Either of them are rather delicious, I have to say. But if we post, yeah, then the brother will flee. And I think that's the thing. Especially with her mom outwardly saying that they're no longer in contact. That could get refuted really easily. I do like the fact that we're just kind of trolling this guy to death, more or less. That's what we're doing. Yeah. Let's try and keep Ilya in place. Although trade a wife may have been the way to go. We're about to find out. We're definitely getting a lot more bings than last time. It's all spread and done. Yeah, the best one we could get was his wife being a traitor and working for the party. That was the best one. Let me see. Yep, he's gone. So he's gonna leave anyway. Damn it. Alright. Where did you go with the brother thing? I went with the coward brother, but the right answer there, what I got us 2 for 2, was traitor wife. That's what it is, making her look like she worked for the party. That makes him an... Let's figure out... We may be able to stop the bad ending if we upload Iris Young, the name of David Jones there. But yeah, this is probably, if I don't get it right this time, then the next stream. So damn, we were wrong again. Yep. Traitor wife was probably the best possible answer. If we get this completely wrong, I wanted Iliavar to stay. If we get this completely wrong, then yeah, we'll just we'll have to in the next stream we'll start from scratch. She does say, how did she? So I'm pretty, Iris is probably the correct name. Let's focus on that for the moment. The important thing is if I can go forward without the game ending, we'll be fine. But that's the first thing first. That's what needs to be accomplished here. About that right now. Hello there, Iris. I'm truly disappointed in you. We've been here before. You have promised me not to do such things anymore. You have promised me not to do such things anymore. You are soon to disappear again, only this time permanently. Well done, Agent. Your loyalty in this regard has been noted. Now, high time to get back to Ravenford. Where were we? Iris Young. Maybe Iris is the encryption thing. Maybe so. Good call, Mike. Because if everything is coded, no, it's not giving me her name. It's disappear. If you can read this must mean the office has come for me and you're my doom. The worst decision I could possibly make was to sign up for Orwell and then post about it. I would have made you disappear. Haha, it's so ironic. I'd have to laugh out loudly if it weren't so bitter. 2 days later, I got a peculiar mail you may have seen. Sorry about the hassle with the password there. I need to make sure you've seen what I've been doing for them, so you at least possibly believe me. I've been spreading hate in their name, in the name of the nation on the one and Parges on the other. I feed their rage, and I can't get out. I don't know what she'll do to my dad if I just quit. I can't continue like this either. I don't want to. That heinous bitch, Ambleford. She's the queen of lies. She might have told you she doesn't know who I am. Bah, don't believe a word she says. She knows everything already. Why she needs you then, Agent? Didn't you figure it out already? She needs only for verification. Orwell. Everything in Orwell is mandatory to be acted upon. Everything. She isn't interested in finding out the truth at all. All she's interested in is having her own fucked up version of the truth in Orwell. So she's allowed to do whatever she desires. What's in Orwell becomes the truth. But this can be used against her. It's nearly too simple. All you need to do is lie for me. My name is Melissa Bethany Orban. My call sign is Ampleford. Oh, wow. Oof. I know what she wants us to do. You know what? It was a guess. It would have been awesome. Disappear was more correct, though. You know what? Since we've already screwed up the game, anyway, let's see what happens. Oh, I see what I was supposed to do. Damn it. I was supposed to upload this first, frame Ampleford for helping Raven. That's what I was supposed to do. Damn it. You know what? That's gonna be it tonight, guys. I think we're done. I've completely screwed up this run. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. Misattributed. Nice. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. We can try it next time. I will experiment a little bit more, and we will do the correct run. I've been at this for almost 3 hours. Oh my god. You know what, Mike? It's just you and me, right? We're the only ones here. Let me just see. Can I get this done in 15 minutes? Because I don't want to be up past midnight. I'm kind of selling the stream. Try it still with us. What's up, brother? All right. One more time. Let me see if I can get it done in a... Let me see if I can get this done in 15 minutes. Hang with me for a little bit longer because I don't want to have to come back and do this again. Not when I know the right answers now. So we're going to give it one more shot and see if that gets us through this day. His brother's going to run no matter what. Traitor wife is the correct answer. Then we have the option of framing Ampleford. Is it the fading heart speed runs? No, not quite that dire. But yeah, this was me screwing up a lot. I can't even blame it on the game. The answers were all there. I just went about it in the wrong way. Somebody time me. This is gonna go really quick. So far, so good. I can't believe I need to start paying better attention to the clock. I can't believe I've been at this for 3 hours. Archive for later. Can't worry about that at the moment. We're kind of on a tear here. Oh crap. Can I still work? Yeah, good.
Brother, I can't believe they arrested Karen. I'm not sure what to make of it. What was she doing there at the mall? Today? In the middle of a police raid? Claims of misappropriating funds? That all sounds like total bullshit. I'm just trying to understand. Do you know anything?
This is not a good time.
It's okay. I understand. Sorry.
No, I don't think you understand at all. My wife has been abducted by ruthless government forces to get me and break me. Yet here we are, feign concern and immediately question what I know. Why? Ah, I see. You must have read it too. That I called her right before the incident.
Raban.
It is true. I called moments before. What does that mean to you, dear brother? She was there against my advice, to track down this impertinent army woman. Karen wouldn't listen. She just pressed on and ignored me. She suffered the consequences because of it.
How can you say that? She suffered the consequences of not listening to you, her wise and all-knowing husband.
What did you say?
How dare she defy the great Raban Vart? She was there, helping her patient, and you have no compassion. You are more concerned about being...
How do you dare say that? She is my wife.
Well, how dare you try to blame her for getting mixed up in all of this?
You insolent pest.
You have done nothing but snub me ever since we left the encampment. I've had it with this crap. For the record, if you hadn't kicked me out of TPV, I'd quit.
Go then, finally. You never cared for our cause anyway.
First fake marriage is up. 5 minutes until deadline. let's push it a little harder, then. Push it to the limit. Open up. I love how they integrate the choices here. It's all, you have multiple options and multiple ways to go about it. But there's still a right and a wrong way to do it. Killing more time. This Dimka Falak Dimka Falak just cracks me up. That chick is. She's got a fever, and the only prescription is more Raven. Focus on Karen right now. Focus on Karen. We are literally blitzing right now. Okay, I'm not gonna make it then, Mike. Never mind. Shut off the clock. Actually, I know Trader Rife is the right answer. I can't do it until Raven uploads his. Damn it. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Yeah. I went as fast as I could. Damn it. We gotta get Raven to upload his article. Yeah. Finally, we're going with Trader Rife. Let's see if this has, I mean, we've already screwed up the game twice. Come on. Let's just see what effects this has. This may be the longest stream I've done. No, the longest stream I've done was for Walker Man. You're just, yeah, this was the right call. Showing a connection between the party and Karen was a brilliant idea. This had impact. Good work, but still not good enough. Raven's still around and he has a loyal follow base. Good. We're 2 for 2. My wife is deeply loyal, not a party member, and you're a fucking prick. I don't think Ilya ran. Let me see right quick. He did it. He's still there. Okay, so that's what we needed to do the entire time. I thought that attacking him would be the way to go about it, but no, the longer I attack Karen, who he does care for, he's going to stick around. Good. He can stay right there. Do. And this is where we have to frame ample for it. Nope, never mind. Wait, no. He had... It slowed him down. Okay. Yeah, because the last time, the minute we got to the third part, he was gone. He's taking his time getting out of the country now. That's good. We can use... He's trying to see where this goes. Never mind, he's gone. Never mind. That coward. I thought I had the right thing, but nope. Yeah. She knew exactly that it was Iris. So, I wonder if we become a pawn between them at that point. That must be what it is. Still kind of going. We're still kind of blitzing through it. Do I have disappear in here? Yep. Either way, it's a good call. Ampliford has to be stopped. Like, this technology can be a arguably good thing. She's just wicked. The article's out. Let the blackmailing begin. All right, everybody, buckle up. Something's about to happen here. Find out. No, that's not my name. That's my name, you imbecile. Oh, I get it. Cooperating with Iris Young then, aren't you? Quite bold of you to trust a professional liar. That duplicitous bitch. We shouldn't have entrusted her with David Johns and the others. First she blabbers about her job and now this. But I'm afraid you have seen enough, Agent. This is where your little adventure off track ends. If you expect me to become magically arrested now because you shifted blame to me, no. This isn't the way things go in the office. Now, back to where we were. Would you kindly take care of Raven Bart? Would you kindly? Okay, that was completely pointless. I wondered if that is the right answer. I'm gonna have to experiment with this. Wait a minute. I know what to do. Ravenvart can't die, so... Good grief. How do I do this? Find documents. Message board threads? No. I don't know. Okay, this is clearly what I need. I need this. How do I get this? I don't know. But this, I need to upload this document to this website. Okay, man. I think I'm done for tonight. My brain is fried. Well, let's see what killing, let's see what that does. Why not? Maybe something else will come up that we don't know about. Wants to pop up, now would be the time before I catch a bullet for pissing off Ampleford. Oh, Christ. Okay. This part of the game is going to require some experimentation and some thought. Like, what am I missing? There's something here I'm missing. Funny. She was looking up cat videos from a government computer. Goldfields. Yeah, this is going to require some experimentation. Like, if I burn time, would that? I'm just going to upload everything and see what happens. I've got no other data chunks. That's it, folks. Now let's just go ahead and do this. And I will probably spend my next night off. I don't know. I'll be busy tomorrow, Wednesday. I was planning on streaming again Thursday, but we're stuck on day 3. So, presumably I'll be spending the next, probably Wednesday, playing around and figuring out the correct way forward. Good Lord, this game certainly doesn't make it easy on you. I'll say that. There's really no need to go back to this. We know how that goes. Alright, well, thank you guys for hanging with me for the 4-hour stream. Holy God. I did not expect to be streaming this long tonight. But actually, all good stream. Everything tested out fairly well. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I'm going to have to take some time and experiment with the game and figure out the best route forward. And the next time I stream Orwell, I'll know what the hell I'm doing. Instead of just putzing around. Sheesh, indeed. I have a feeling that whatever it is, the answer is... When is the 24-hour marathon? I didn't expect to be up this late, but oh well, yeah. To be fair, neither did I. I'm assuming that it's something to do, like, if we get to David Johnson revealing who it is, it's already too late. So before that, either we have to mess up the narrative or find an alternate narrative. We have to do something to buy Raven time. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's got to backfire in some way, so I don't know. I'll do some experimenting and figure it out. I do like that this is much harder. The first season was pretty straightforward. It wasn't you weren't actively being an asshole, but it wasn't quite as complicated. You got different choices, so it wasn't quite as complicated. This one you do have to put a little thought into it, so I am appreciative of that much at the very least. But yeah, I think it's safe to just leave it here for tonight. Everybody go and get some rest, and we'll probably be back, I want to say Thursday or Friday, somewhere around there. And we'll see if we can do a little bit better. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream, and I will see you in the next one.